Like the original It movies, because they would always be played like on TV when I was a kid. I'd watch them all the time, like because I'd like watch it over and over, and I just would get nightmares every single time. And my mom's like, "Please stop doing this." I'm Julia, and in Fear Street Part 1, 1994, I play Kate. She's part of the main group of friends from Shady Side who get hunted down by serial killers. And then in Part 3, I come back and I play Lizzie. And she's yet again part of the group of friends that you follow, except she's like living in the 1600s and isn't personally being chased by serial killers, which is good for her. So I auditioned for this via self-tape, just did it in my apartment with my roommate, and then we sent it because it was being cast out of LA and I live in New York. I became aware of the project because I had worked on a pilot in like fall of 2018, I think it was, with Lee Janak, who was our director, and she had mentioned that she was like getting ready to also start the Fear Street movies after she's done with this. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. And she was like, yeah, I'd love to work together again, like sometime. And I was like, yeah, of course. So she sent me an audition for Fear Street, and I taped it in New York. And then the next step was like a lot of waiting between sending the tape and getting to meet with Lee and Carmen Cuba, our casting director. A few days later, they were like, you got it. And I was like, sick. And then it was just kind of a whirlwind of getting ready to like move to Atlanta to film all of them within the next like couple of weeks after that. And we were there for like 6 months total. Character building wise, I spent more time making Kate, and then once that was finished, it kind of made it easier to know what I wanted to do with Lizzie after I knew what I wanted to do with Kate. I think maybe being like a little more close to like the 90s, like closer to today, makes Kate's like a little more relatable. I don't know if I like see myself in like Lizzie working on the farm and like getting berries from a witch. You know, I've never done that myself. But I love them both. But I do. Kate is like, if I had to have a favorite, it would probably be Kate. When you meet her, her main goal is to get out of Shady Side as soon as high school's done. That's like the main thing on her mind. She's saving up money. She's like taking on as many jobs as she can to like save up money. Super involved in school. She's really smart, really driven, but she does care about her best friends, which are Simon and Dina, and they're very close to her. The thing that's admirable about these kids is that they like really take the killers head on. I would say the majority of their time is actually spent like thinking of ways to fight them off and then actually fighting them off. I think we all did our characters justice as like a group, and it's nice to see them be the product that we all kind of envisioned in our minds for our characters. I did read Fear Street growing up. I don't think I like read all of them because I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch, because my mom would always bring me to like the used bookstore and we'd go shopping, and then I like noticed the book covers because the art was like so cool. So I just like started reading it, and because there's such a short read, you kind of like go through a lot of them. So I remember like binge reading a lot of Fear Street in like one chunk of time. Like the original It movies, because they would always be played like on TV when I was a kid. I'd watch them all the time, like because I'd like watch it over and over, and I just would get nightmares every single time. And my mom's like, please stop doing this. It's kind of crazy. I guess I kind of knew that it would be like a big release. I didn't grasp it until like we were in it, and it was just kind of crazy to go from like 0 to 60, like having this be my first thing and like having it blow up so big. I'm so grateful for everything as it happens. It's like It just feels so nice to have something that you've made and worked really hard on be like appreciated by people. So I'm just kind of enjoying everything as it comes along. And I think we did really want to live up to the like iconic vibe of Fear Street. I remember when I was in maybe like middle school and high school, if they were making a movie about your life, like who would you want to play you? And like all my friends had like a plethora of choices, and I was like, I can't. Who do I have that could play me that could actually also be like half Filipino? I just really want to see more Filipino, Southeast Asian, and Asian representation. I'd love to be able to do some Shakespeare on screen, and I would love like world building sci-fi adventure because I do love Star Wars, so I'm a pretty big nerd on that. I think that would be like childhood dream come true. Yeah, I kind of developed into more horror movie loving as I got older, and I still get scared. But then I'm like it's part of the fun.